Hello everyone, welcome back. Severus here, coming back with part 11 of What If Deku Was a Ghost. Now, before we get right into it, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's just get right into it. Right now, where we last left off, it was Midoriya winning the sport festival and all of the happy things. Eventually, after he managed to win the sport festival, of course, the news reporter couldn't allow him to leave the place without some questions, which Midoriya was forced to answer. One of the most important ones is, are you going to join the hero course? Which Midoriya answered, sadly no. They told him why, but Midoriya continued telling them that, even though that he won the sport festival, he didn't want to be a hero, at least not anymore. He have a new dream as a student of the support course and wanted to create gadgets for other quirkless heroes that might come after him in the future, because he wanted just to give hope for those that are looked down upon because they are just quirkless. Maybe he'll not gonna be the first quirkless hero or the first quirkless boy to join the hero course, but Midoriya hopes from all of his heart that next year, or even maybe now, or any time really, that there will be somebody, or even a lot more quirkless, people that joins the hero courses in the future, not only in UA but all around the world. He just want to show that even a quirkless, person can really make a difference, and he hopes that today what he did will gonna prove that point, which is really such a heart-touching moment. Regardless of which, Midoriya have finally been taken out of there by the help of some heroes, because seriously, he can't walk out of there. It's too crowded. After which he managed to return home, but oh boy, his house, when they found his apartment, he just looks out of his window, just seeing them, just needing a conversation with him. But who can really blame them? The news reporters, after all. It's a kid that just made history, I guess. Which Inko, very proud of her son, like truly proud, crying day and night, but at the same time, she can't leave her apartment without people asking her how is she proud of her son or not. And Inko isn't really much of a woman for screen, the big screen and all of that. Regardless of which, Izuku, since right now he won the sport festival, he got a little invitation to Island, which right now Izuku is in his little hideout in the castle after, he managed to turn invisible, phase under the ground, and just, go into the forest. Right now, him and Mei are inside the building, while Izuku is just training. Mei is just doing the normal restoring files thing that she's still doing. And Mei said, so, how does it feel to be a big shot? As Izuku said, pretty annoying, I might say. As Izuku right now just lifting some weights, saying, you can't understand how annoying it is. Like, transporters are in front of my door like 24/7. My mother can't even go to work. As Mei said, well, it's your fault after all. You're the one that won. As Izuku said, yeah, I guess. As Mei said, which makes me wonder, did you, actually cheat or use your ghostly powers? As Izuku dropped the weights and said, I was planning to. As Mei said, And Izuku said, I don't get me wrong, I didn't want to cheat at first, but I guess beating a Bakugo idea got too much over my head. Although when I faced him in the final match, when I heard all those people yelling my name, all of them excited for what am I about to do, all of them having hope in me, seeing me as some sort of a symbol of hope for them, excited to see a powerless child beat up the kid with all the power that he could dream of. It just, when I heard them calling my name, wanting me to win, having all that hope in me that I myself didn't have in myself, I just couldn't push myself to use my ghostly powers. As Mei said, wait, so you mean you actually won without it? As Izuku said, well, I guess, yeah, I didn't use it. I just couldn't allow myself. If I used my ghost powers, all their, hope and dreams that were resting on my shoulder, all the courage that they gave me, and the love will be just a lie. Even though that I wanted to beat Bakugo so badly with using my powers, when I heard them yelling my name, I just told myself, what kind of a person will I be if I just didn't live up to their expectations? I'm sorry, I kinda zoomed out there for a bit. But yeah, I didn't use my ghostly powers. As Mei said, so how do you win exactly? As Izuku said, oh, well, it was a bit hard. But here's what I remember happened. It was a bit foggy, but let me explain it to you. What happened is when I threw the smoke bomb and the flash grenade, before Cemento's making the dome around me, that gave me enough time to, run in the opposite corner of the arena. And when that happened and Bakugo throws his explosion, it caused the whole dome to explode, but when Bakugo landed inside the smoke, he didn't find me. But I managed to know where he is, thanks to the smoke covering the whole place. And that I already knew where he landed. So I took one of the rocks that were broken from the dome that Cementos just made and tried to hit Bakugo with it. Bakugo almost saw me and tried to throw an explosion, but I managed to hit him with the rock on his head and eventually pushing him out. Bakugo tried to throw one last explosion as a last attempt, I guess, which he managed to, and he actually hit me on my body. It was very painful, but the explosion also pushed him out of the ring very hard, slamming into the wall. That's what happened. As Mei said, so that's why he gone out flying. That makes sense, I guess. As Izuku said, yeah. I wonder how Bakugo's doing. He must be really furious about what happened. As Mei said, well, don't worry about him. Hey, do you want to see the infos that I got? As Izuku said, oh, you mean you restored the file? As she said, yeah, I did. Since the time you were in that, ghost prison. Which is, by the way, you still didn't tell me the full story of that one. As Izuku said, let's keep that one for later, but come on, show me. What did you got? As Mei said, I got infos about this file in the name of Danny Phantom. As Izuku said, Danny Phantom? Wait, that's the name that some of the ghosts were calling me. The Ghost Child and Danny Phantom. As she said, so you mean they know someone like that? Or they have ever met another kid with your abilities? As Izuku said, I'm not sure about it. But come on, let's see what this Danny Phantom thing is. As Mei opened the file and Izuku started reading it, it says Danielle Fenton, age 14 years old, hair color, blood type, every single info about him. It's basically the one file for Danny Phantom and another for Danny Phantom, and Izuku said, seriously? Who could possibly being fooled by that name? As Izuku saying, it's the real name Danny Phantom, hair color, eyes, eye color, blood type, ecto, and all of the rest. Also showing his abilities with some videos and all. Izuku's seeing them, he said, wait, he can duplicate? As Mei said, it was the only video that I managed to restore. But, yeah, seeing whoever this kid, he have the same powers as you. As Izuku said, wow. So, you mean to tell me that there was someone else before me that had this power? This is... wow. I don't know how to feel about this, but... he can actually duplicate? Wait, if he can duplicate, does that mean that I can duplicate? As Mei said, I mean, theoretically, yeah. As Izuku said, well, that's what we'll be gonna train up next. I'm gonna try to duplicate. As Mei said, okay, we can start training, but don't you think you need to prepare your backs for the island trip? As Izuku said, oh, yeah, don't worry about that. As Mei said, so, who are you gonna take there? As Izuku said, well, I was thinking to take my mother, but my mom sadly has work, so she won't be able to go. As Mei said, and so that means you still have an empty spot for somebody to go with you into the island that's filled with the greatest scientists in the world and all the great inventions? As Izuku said, I guess so. But how should I take? As Mei said, take me! Take me! Take me! As Izuku said, hold down a bit. As she said, come on, take me, please, please! As Izuku said, fine, fine, fine. As she said, yes! Alright, I'll go get my bags. As Izuku said, wait, you can't just... As she said, come on, get me out of there. Or at least out of here. You know that I can't walk out of this place. You already destroyed the main entrance and buried the whole castle. As Izuku said, okay, fine, but let's first finish, training. As Mei said, alright, sorry, it's just a bit exciting. I want to see all the great inventions that... As she just started going on and on about it, and Izuku's kind of start going on about it too with her. Talking about all the great inventions and all the scientists. Eventually, when Izuku and Mei done from their little training and Mei just helping Midoriya training, Izuku couldn't really duplicate himself so far, but he managed to get a handle on it. I mean, he managed to duplicate his arm, so now he has like 3 arms, which is a bit disgusting, but eventually he managed to fix that problem. He can't walk into his mother with 3 arms, that will be quite weird. Regardless, Izuku brought his bag, Mei brought her bag, they gone into the airport, everything is done and said, and they fly into Island. When they land, immediately Mei saying, this is amazing! Look at this place! As Izuku said, yeah, you're right. Look at it. Just bigger than... No way! Can't believe that I'm here. As Mei said, yeah, you're right. As she said, oh, by the way, why are you wearing your hoodie? As Izuku said, because since last time, I can't really walk out of the house without a hoodie jacket anymore. So please keep your tongue down. As Mei said, alright, I'll try to stay quiet. As Izuku and Mei start walking down the street, while they are just seeing a couple of things before Mei telling Midoriya to take a picture with this little bird-like person. As Izuku said, alright, let me take a picture. As, well, Izuku started taking pictures of Mei before, well, a little kid saying, wait, who are you, mister? As Izuku said, as the mother of the kid saying, honey, what are you? Wait, are you? As Izuku said, hey? As the woman said, wait, you're Izuku Midoriya from the sport festival. As the woman continues saying, my son is really a fan of you. Can you give him your autograph? As Izuku said, an autograph? As the kid said, yeah, please, can you sign my hat? As eventually, some of the people are hearing this and immediately said, wait, the sport festival? The winner of the sport festival? As immediately all of them start noticing Midoriya, and Izuku said, oh boy. As they start surrounding him. Really surrounding him. It's not even giving him any, room to breathe, and they're just bombarding him with questions and demands, and Izuku's just unable to even look up. He's already shy as it is, and he's right now just completely surrounded. Before Mei saying this from the outside, saying, okay, time for plan B. As she just dashes inside between all of them before pulling a smoke grenade out of her pocket, saying, smoke bomb, as she just throws it into the floor. And everybody just being surrounded by a giant smoke cloud that when smoke clears, they just see Mei standing there without Midoriya, and they're like, where did he? As she said, well, sorry, but bye, as she starts running away. Well, everybody just looking left to right. Mei is not knowing where Midoriya gone, but at least he managed to run away from the crowds. Eventually, while Izuku's just running away, saying, I guess this is far enough from them, as Izuku walking to the side of the corner before he accidentally bumps into somebody. And both of them fall on the opposite side of the street, and when Izuku said, saying, sorry, I didn't mean to, as The girl that he bumps into saying, it's okay, you don't need as. When she see his face because his hoodie over his head just fell off, she just see that it's Midoriya from the Sport Festival. As she said, wait, you're the... As Izuku said, oh boy, not again. As, well, she looks at him, she see that, well, he just was running away from something, and she looked behind of him in the corner to see a smoke cloud. As she said, come on, come with me. As Izuku said, huh? As she just grabbed his hand and they start running away. Before, the girl just brought Midoriya into a place with a lot of inventions and basically a little museum showing some scientists' inventions over there. As Izuku said, thanks. As the girl said, no worries. I saw how you were surrounded a couple of seconds ago, or at least saw the crowd, so I thought you wouldn't want me to yell and bring more people to you since you already managed to run. As Izuku said, yeah, it's not like I hate people, but it's just sometimes too, crowded, and I'm not really one for crowds. As immediately the girl said, I understand. As Izuku said, oh, by the way, sorry, I didn't get your name. My name is Izuku Midoriya, although I guess you already realized that. As the girl said, yeah, I kinda did. I watched you on the sport festival, you are amazing! As Izuku said, thanks. As the girl said, oh, sorry, my name is Melissa Shield. As Izuku said, wait, Melissa Shield as in David Shield? As she said, oh, so you know my dad? Yeah, he's a great inventor. As Izuku said, you mean David Shield? All Might's old friend that made his... As he started going on explaining, and Melissa said, alright, now if you're gonna start, screaming like this, you'll be the one to bring people to yourself. As Izuku said, sorry, it's just, I'm just a bit excited. As Melissa said, yeah, my dad is amazing, but you're also amazing. As Izuku said, not that amazing, I'm just a boy that found himself lucky. As Melissa said, lucky? You made history! You literally managed to make, spark a beacon of hope into the hearts of those that never, ever thought of having a chance to becoming a hero because they don't have quirks. You changed the whole society perspective on quirkless people. As Izuku said, I don't like to think about it that big. As Melissa said, your speech at the sports festival when it's all over how you didn't want to join the hero course because... As she started going over it saying, it was very inspiring. It's inspired me. As Izuku said, it's okay. As Melissa said, how about I show you around the place? As Izuku said, yeah, I have a friend that I need to see, so I kind of need to find her. As Melissa said, oh yeah, who was that pink-haired girl with you? As Izuku said, oh, that was May from the support course, my partner in building stuff. As Melissa said, oh, well, we can search search for her later. While, I'm taking you around the place for a tour. As Izuku said, I guess so. Although I wanted to see the place with her, but sure. As Melissa started taking Midoriya on a little tour around the place, eventually ending up saying, do you want to see my own lab? As Izuku said, you have your own lab? As Melissa said, yep. If you want to see it, come on. As, well, Izuku gone with Melissa to her lab, and she said, wait here, I want to show you something. As, while Izuku's just waiting to see the place, Izuku said, this place is amazing. She has a lot of, prizes. And he see a little picture of Melissa and David. As eventually Melissa returns saying, alright, what do you think? As Izuku's seeing Melissa wearing a red costume, and Izuku said, why are you showing me this? As he blushing a bit, while Melissa saying, well, it's because I want to be a hero. As Izuku said, wait, you're a... As Melissa said, I didn't tell you this, but I'm quirkless just like you. As Izuku said, wait, quirkless? As Melissa said, yep, but when I saw you in the sport festival, it's sparked something in me. Normally, I never wanted to be a hero because I never had a quirk. I gave up on that dream long ago. So I just invested myself into building and creating and science stuff like my dad. But when me and him watched the sport festival, it was just amazing. Regardless of all the things that you've gone through or the obstacles that were in your way, you managed to beat them. You managed to win. And you didn't even use like too powerful of gadgets. All what you were been using is just smoke grenades and flash grenades. This is just... It was so amazing to see you like this. When I saw you, I couldn't help but feel as if my dream that its spark have long before extinguished, it's just been ignited once more. So, thank you, Izuku. Can I call you Izuku? As Izuku said, sure, you can call me that. As Melissa said, you should have saw my dad too. He was shocked even more than me. He betted that he won't make it past the second round. As Izuku said, yeah. As Izuku said, but don't you already have your studies and all? As Melissa said, well, I talked with my father about it. He said he was kinda very happy that I'm actually coming back into my dream. And he said that he'll gonna support me all the way through. I was surprised by how well he received it. But it seemed that you have also affected him too. Because when he saw you winning that sport festival, he couldn't help but be happy for some reason. As Izuku said, well, I'm happy that I inspired you, I guess. As Melissa said, inspired me? You made my dream come back to life. I could never thank you enough for it. As Izuku said, you don't need to thank me. I just wanted to do, to prove to the world that quirkless people aren't as weak as they think. As Melissa just, staring into Midoriya for a solid minute before they just looking at each other awkwardly. While Melissa's blushing a bit until suddenly someone coming through the door saying, hey Melissa, as immediately when he looks, he see Melissa with Midoriya, as he said, what are you doing here with another boy? As Melissa said, Dad, you won't believe it. This is as when he looked into Midoriya saying, it's Izuku Midoriya? As Izuku said, oh, well, I guess you already figured that out. As he coming closer saying, you're here? I guess I should have expected it. You got an invitation for II Island after all, but I never thought you'll be here. As he coming closer saying, my name is David. Nice to meet you. As Izuku said, thanks Mr. Shield. As he said, oh please, call me David. As Izuku just shaking his hand while Izuku's a bit excited as David said, so, I guess you met my daughter, Melissa? As Izuku said, yeah, I met her. She's amazing. As Melissa just blushing a bit in the background while David said, well, you are amazing as well, young man. Congratulations on winning. As Izuku said, yeah, can we stop talking about the sport festival? It's kinda, I don't like to brag too much about it. As David said, well, it's okay. But I just want you to know that what you did was a historical event. I don't think that you understand quite well the scope of what you just achieved, boy. As Izuku said, I know that I inspired a lot of people. But David said, you didn't just inspire a lot of people, you inspired me. You could say that I am quite the fan of you. As David said, Melissa, I thought that you're gonna get All Might. As Melissa said, oh, wait, damn it! I forgot about Uncle Might. Excuse me, I gotta go get him back, He's waiting at the... Bye! As Izuku said, wait, All Might? As David said, yeah, I kinda invited All Might into II Island too. After watching you on the sports festival, I thought that I need to talk with him. You kinda changed something in me. As Izuku said, oh, well, I'm happy that I made you happy. As David said, hey, how about I give you a little tour to my own personal lab? As a thank you for igniting my daughter's dream once more. As Izuku said, wait, a tour? In your personal lab? As David said, well, I see that you're excited, so come on, let's go. As David just taken Midori into a personal tour into his lab, showing him all the gadgets, some of All Might's old outfits that were never made the final cut, and especially showing some of All Might's old hero costumes, one of which is just a giant suit of armor that David, well, never finished really. As David said, then this is prototype one of All Might's armor. At first I gave him an armor because I thought that will be good with his power, but eventually All Might just rejected that idea. Because he wanted to use his own powers and make count on his own quirk. As Izuku said, it's amazing. As David said, this outfit still works. Do you wanna have a ride? As Izuku said, wait, a ride in that? As he said, come on, you can get in it. It works by, simple control with your mind and a bit more physical control with some buttons, but you can handle it. As Izuku said, I don't know what to say, this is just... As David said, don't say anything, you already did a lot. Thanks to you, my daughter got her dream back. I never saw her as happy as she is now. And to be honest with you, you kinda gave me hope too, for a better future for this society. If a person like you can do what you did, a quirkless boy like you can do that. I just feel like the society is going in a better way, as if the world is just being brighter. As David said in his mind, even though that All Might's time is getting shorter. Doshi, I really need to talk to you. As Izuku said, Mr. Shield? As David said, come on, I told you to call me David. As Izuku said, so, can I really go in? As David said, come on, you can go in. As immediately Izuku just go inside the suit, which is very big. Eventually he starts shooting, well, some rockets which are loaded inside. Just for experiment, David just throwing some training robots into Midori, just making him have his lifetime, I guess. Eventually, when everything is over, Izuku jumping out of the suit saying, was really amazing, David. As David said, you can have the suit if you want. As Izuku said, wait, you're serious? As David said, well, that if you want to become a hero. I'm sure that Principal Nezu still have that offer on the table for you. If you want, I can support you. I'll support you with anything I could. As Izuku said, I don't understand why are you doing all of this. As David said, I don't understand why you did any of what you did before. You gave this world hope, so I thought maybe I should give you a hope on becoming a hero yourself. How about this? I'll support you with anything you need, financially. Even giving you this suit if you want. I'll support you with any gadgets and the lab and the technology that you'll need. As Izuku said, As Izuku looking down before, he said, this is such an amazing offer, Mr. Shield, but I'll have to refuse. I'm sorry, but I really don't want to be a hero. As David looking down saying, how disappointing. I really hoped you would agree. This world really needs more heroes like you, boy. But I can't force you into it. However, if you want, you can try the suit anytime. Oh, and also, I know that you're gonna eventually go on a little entranceship because in the support course, unlike the hero course, you don't go on hero missions, but you have the chance to go with scientists to give you chances on working with them in their facilities, right? And all of that. As Izuku said, oh, how do you know that? As David said, well, I know that from All Might. Regardless of which, if you want an internship to work at somebody's, well, lab, you can work with me. As Izuku said, "Oh, you're serious?" As he said, "Yep, I'm serious. You wanna learn how to make gadgets for quirkless heroes in the future? Alright, I'm gonna help you with that. I wanna be your mentor of some sort." As Izuku said, I, I can't, I don't, I'm just speechless. "Thank you very much." As David said, "No, thank you. Now come on. Let's go. There are still a bit more in the lab that I wanted to show you." As Izuku said, "Oh, please show me." As Izuku and David still going on their little tour. And this will leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, to comment down below. Sadly, I won't be able to continue the video because I'm trying to keep the video time into a minimum. It's already 30 and 1 minute, so I'm gonna have to end it now. So I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.